Do I start the review of the Binary Acoustics DynaQuattro on Berlin Takes My Breath Away? The answer is yes. Hello, I'm Zeos Pantera, the host of In Ear Fetish, and these are the DynaQuattro. These, the gears turning in my soul. And I don't know what the fuck this... You know how I always talk about graphs, or I don't talk about graphs? I understand them, and then I look at it and I'm like, all right, so, you know, there's bass, and then the mid-range is here, and then the treble. Okay, it's good. The bass it feels more bassy, and then, oh, that's 19 decibels of bass. Yeah, okay, that makes perfect sense. These are unique in that they're called the Quattro, and they talk about having 4, but they actually have 3 active dynamic drivers inside of them. 3. And they're all different sizes. And the 4th one is a passive radiator. So Binary Acoustics was just like, just imagining the line of Cocagne. And they're like, let's put fucking drivers in, man. How about like a 10, an 8, a 6.8, and then a 6mm passive? Bro, do it. And then they did it. So that's what they did. There they are. They looked at pictures of the gears. Pretty pictures of gears. Can you zoom in on your browser? Because it's not Firefox. Suck it. 3.5 and 4.5. Yeah, you can change the tip on the end. Excellent detail quality, but I don't care. Here's the thing. All right, here's the thing about this IEM. Cute. Love they're very pretty. They're very comfortable. Come in a cool case. The bass on these actually disturbs me. Like, it doesn't sound like a bassy IEM, just like Eris doesn't sound like a bassy headphone until it is. Berlin Take My Breath Away is fine. It accomplishes its goal. These are, by the way, $270-ish. And you know what? For the accessories and for the build and for the nice wire, even though this one's still a little janky because I didn't straighten it out soon enough, and you should really like do this for the whole length. Just get like just stretch the legs apart, just and then you'll be fine. I don't want to say they're a one-trick pony. They're like a one-trick Clydesdale. Okay? In other words, everything has to have that one thing it does. And if I talk about Eris, my headphone, which is available at Linsole or Amazon, if you look up the ERIS Eris, it's a very bassy headphone, but that's not its only thing. It also does crazy soundstage and the most comfort. And purple box. Did I catch that fly? I think I caught him. These... pretty good as far as soundstage goes. I had one of those 3D effect ones where it spins around you, and it was like, oh, this is really, it sounds big and wide. It doesn't sound big and wide on everything I play on it. It's like, it's there, it's out there, but that bass is okay. I'm gonna describe it now because I am the king of describing how bass makes go. A song came on, and it didn't sound like bass was playing in IEMs. It sounded like somewhere up there in my actual physical house, someone was just taking a refrigerator and going boom, 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 boom on the floor. Somewhere over fucking there, way over there. And I'm like, what the? Jurassic Park. No, fuck Jurassic Park. Godzilla. All right? Because Jurassic Park, you're in the park, they're on the ground. I'm talking about city streets and buildings vibrating. And yet, they still don't completely screw me over with all the other music I'm playing, which is fantastic. That's exactly what I'm looking for in a crazy bassy IEM, is don't ruin everything. That was goals. I had goals. These had goals. They're there. They're certainly tighter than... I'm going to, again, reference Rinko. Where are you? Rinko's here. Here's Rinko. Here's white Rinko, where you could rub the lettering off if you're really good at it. And Rinko is a planar and a dynamic. And one of the selling points of Rinko is the bass. Because which one does the bass, Zeos? The planar or the dynamic? And I go, yes. And then you got a lot of bass. So this has 3 active dynamics. And if you ask Zeos, which one do you think does the bass? I'm going to say fucking all of them. Because there's no way a 10 has ever sounded like that. An 8 or a 6.8. They were just all... It's like they're all trying to do the same thing, and they're competing for your ear holes. And one of them's going to win, and I don't know which one that's going to be, but you're going to enjoy the fucking competition. It's a tournament arc inside your brain. So the only thing I will say negative about the build, the outside thing is beautiful. That is textured. You can feel it, although it's still smooth. It's like not jaggy or sharp. How'd they do that? Because it is there, yet it's so smooth. And then this plastic, which is see-through, you can just barely see through it a little bit. It picks up a lot of greases and oils and things that are in your ear holes. It does come with tips, but I'm not using those because I never use stock tips because, frankly, none of them actually work for me usually. So we've got just pretty generic stuff in this nice little case. The case, by the way, here's your 3.5 millimeter. Case is a really, really nice locking, waterproof, with the lanyard tied up so you can, go rafting with your goddamn binary acoustics. I'm using the Dunu SS tips, which are these square boys, as they are pretty much I haven't tried render tips on it. Usually I'll try render tips if I think I need to get some more out of an IEM. No, I'm not that stupid. I ain't going there. No, I really can't feel Godzilla stamping on the ground. Let me go up to the street and run around. No. All right. Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing, which sounds like that. I was trying to use this to switch between it, but it's hard to switch, so it's just volume on this. It's all right. These are aggressively smooth. They are. I was sitting here and just chilling. The way I usually do an IEM review, if I can't spend days and days with it, which I usually do for something that's like a big ticket item, I'll spend time without. So aside to it. Otherwise, I'm just coming down here. I'm not picking the wallpaper yet. I actually picked the wallpaper based on the sound, and I needed something big. So I just sit here, put my playlist on, and I pick up my phone, and I just go through every chat, and I try to ignore the IEM. And it's 50-50. Either it's, I can't ignore the IEM because I love it so much, or I can't ignore the IEM because it's fucking annoying, or I completely ignore the IEM because it's boring, or I completely ignore the IEM because it's lovely. It's a fucking lovely experience. It's great. Like if you sat down in a chair and you were getting your feet massaged and you kind of forgot you were there and just kept scrolling through the thing, that's what the DynaQuattros are doing. It was that point of I had to actually stop myself to be like, oh yeah, I'm reviewing an IEM. Oh shit, this sounds pretty good. It's that level of I don't want them to be the Eris of IEMs because eventually I want to make the Eris of IEMs. But here we are. And they're the same fucking price as my headphones, which is kind of interesting. So there you go. Let's put on my bass test playlist. So what are we going with? Kill La Kill, Megalobox. I feel that in my heart. It's just... All right, but you back up. I wish the screen would come on when I turn that. So let's put this up to there. There. Back that up. I'm just going to play the opening to the theme of Glenn Burrows, which is from the Megalobox soundtrack, which is recorded like shit. They put noise in it on purpose. I hate them for it. But there's a boop. It's like hitting me with a 4x8 sheet of plywood. It's like bass. I'm just getting pummeled by it. Yet I'm enjoying it. I don't know. It's making you you become the bass masochist. If you aren't already from other things that I've produced, these are going to be right the fuck up your alley. I'm only going to give them a 9, though. They're not going to be a 10. As much as I'm praising them for that, because they sort of lack the dynamics and the detail that you would expect out of These are not normal. These are not normal. They're not normal. And that's why they're going to sell. I couldn't convince Harmonic Dyne to make more than a few hundred of mine at a time. But I'm like, look, they're not normal. They're going to sell like great. But no one believed me. And now they can't get them in stock. So now these are not normal, and you're all going to fucking run out and buy them. Because normalcy is boring. Why would you be here on Z Reviews if you wanted a normal thing? But yeah, no, these, full disclosure, this is my second set. I got the first set, threw them on the burning rig, forgot about them forever. I don't remember if I tested to see if they were working when I put them on, but when I took them off, I put one in my ear and it was like, and I'm like, it doesn't work. So that's pretty freaking good, is that I've had hundreds of IEMs in that break-in rig for like 500 hours sometimes if I'm traveling or just ignore things. And only the one set of DynaQuattros either failed or had failed before I put it on there. I wish I would have known. Obviously, if I put it in my ear and it didn't sound right, I wouldn't have burned it in. But I don't remember if I did that. So we're just going to call that up for simple pre-production malfunction. Which pre-production malfunction sounds like a Beastie Boys song that needs to be made either by the remaining Beastie Boys or AI in the remaining Beastie Boys. I'm waiting for someone to join a band. Like, I'm waiting for someone to like, hey man, I'm starting a band. And I'm the lead singer, and I'm the songwriter, and on lead guitar, AI. Would you be offended by that? I don't know, man. I mean, the lead singer, he's still writing all the songs. He's telling the AI what to do. It's still, come on. I don't know. I feel like we're going to get a lot of that shit. And then we're going to get anime about it. It's going to be awesome. And I'm going to put these back in my ears, and I'm going to give one trick Clydesdale. I wish I did. I don't do titles in this video, on this channel, that are like clickbait titles. I try to keep it as generically the same as possible, because I actually want to gauge interest and not play the stupid algorithm game. If I was going to put the title, it'd be One Trick Clydesdale. Ma'am Research by Gorillas. Ma'am. Skipping ahead a little bit. Oh, never mind. Is there bass in this part of the song? Like, I am legit, like, I think it's fucking with my inner ear. That's all sub bass. It has the most sub bass that's ever been in an IEM. And have I done the Crimson, like, what are the ones that are like, oh, you gotta hear the Crimson Destroyers, what the fuck those are? I know there are IEM monsters that are like just bass, and I've heard them, and they're dumb. And these are also dumb, but these are affordable and dumb, which makes me lean towards them. And also, they still do everything else kind of nice. Like, there isn't a ton of treble, and the soundstage is wide, but not like, so it's not OH5 wide, but it's not narrow. I don't want narrow. And I'm able to just sit and actually listen and enjoy. I actually couldn't even get to this part of the song I was getting to. Honestly, the basic part of the song is not... the basic part of the song that I know isn't even the part of the song that impressed me. It was the start. There's just like this random rolling in 10 hertz. It's like... And I don't think I normally hear that, ever. So I'm abnormally hearing it. Yeah, no, it sounds like it's a perfectly normal IM with multiple drivers. And then all of a sudden the bass note hits. By the way, I'm using this off the R2 RK11. The bass note hits, and all three drivers, because I'm not going to say four. They're trying to do the one more Trident headphone thing. We're like, oh, it's three drivers. No. It's not a Trident. You have a one active driver, one passive thing that's not a driver. You can't count that, and a tweeter. Just like this is only 3 plus 1. This is 3 plus 1. Yeah, these are a 9. These are an experience, and... if you're a bass nut, if you liked Rinko, and people are always like, what's the next step up from Rinko? Yeah, there's like the Crimson Demon ones. I wish I remember the name of them. I can't be bothered to my brain right now. This is logically the next step, because this isn't, even like Eris is very mid bass or just bass. It doesn't go down into like the 10 hertz range or that you're blasting it. These feel like they just only activate like this primal low end that your brain can't really comprehend. If subwoofers in movie theaters could do this to a big space, it'd cost $50 million. Anyway, yeah. DynaQuattro. Fucking do it. Don't sit there. Don't look at me. Don't look at her. The thickness is... I'm rather impressed by them. Solid fucking 9. Solid 9. And oh, Patreon subscribe so I support this channel. Did I change his mouse pin out from the last time review? I don't remember anymore. I remember nothing anymore. I'm getting back to the groove of thing. This is, I actually missed last week's. This has just come out. Because today was a day an IEM review was supposed to come out. It didn't happen. So I'm getting back into the groove. We're going to move on, and we're going to continue to make waifus happen on the internet.